Hello, viewers all over the world. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful time wherever you might be watching me from all over the world. My name is John Emwabinu, and basically what we do, we educate you, we guide you, we give you information that will help you so that whenever you are ready to make investing in real estate investment back home, you can always make a very good decision in every of your real estate investments. So please, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel or you find yourself in my channel for the first time, it is never a mistake. Please subscribe, press the notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we post new video. Remember, we are not the best in Nigeria, we are not the best in Africa, but surely we are the best for you. What is the reason behind the nickname Chief Coach? You want to hear? You want to hear?
Chief Coach, actually the name started with Kochi when I was in the higher institution. I happen to be a member of the student union government, and I have that name Kochi. But when real estate started, and we took up the responsibility of impacting people with what we've learned so far over the internet on how to help people to make sales, how to improve people's life using real estate. Then the name metamorphosed into Chief Coach. And as we go in the business, and people say, Chief Coach of Lagos, Chief Coach of Africa. So I decided to say, okay, let's use Chief Coach of Lagos.
It's so wonderful that I'm even asking this question to you, because I don't even know how the name came about. The only thing I knew is that you have been impacting people with so much knowledge in the real estate space. I guess that I was actually thinking that is where you got the name from. Now that you have been able to tell me the brief history of where the name Chief Coach came from, I think every one of us you have learned one or two things from that. I am aware that you just returned from your Dubai trip. And it is not actually your first time of traveling. You've been to so many countries, in which Dubai is actually one of them. This is your very last trip to Dubai. How was it? What were you able to learn from this recent trip you went on?
Dubai is always known to be the city of dreams, and as a real estate developer, as a realtor, you need something to always inspire you, and you will agree with me. Even everyone that has traveled to Dubai will agree with me that that city is a city that you go to and you get inspired always, all the time, because if you have visions, you have dreams, you want to achieve things. If you go to Dubai and you come back, it gives you a new ginger. Let me put it that way, that this thing is achievable. Because in Dubai, they always dream of achieving things and they do it. So they have the world's tallest buildings. They have a lot of things that when you imagine, then they imagine it and they bring it to life. So as a real estate professional, as a real estate developer, Dubai is one of the cities. If you have not been there, it's one of the cities that you need to go, because it's going to shape the way you reason, the way you think, and whatever you set your mind to achieve, then it's going to drive you to achieving whatever you set your mind to achieve.
I also understand that you didn't go there for the fun part of it alone. You also went there basically for trainings to impart knowledge in people, in some realtors. How was the training? How did it go?
Yes, thank you, Mr. John, for that question. One of the reasons why we went to Dubai, one of the reasons why we prefer to take most of our realtors in BROG to Dubai is based on what I just said, and because of the kind of architectural designs, the structures they have there. When you take realtors that are used to sales of land, sales of one-story, two-story building here in Nigeria. You take them outside and they see how real estate is being done. It's going to open up their imaginations and they begin to think differently. So recently we had Billionaire Realtors Group Dubai conference in Dubai, and we took over 75 realtors to Dubai. We had a conference that was a success, and the testimonies still keep coming in up till now because people were wowed with what we were able to achieve in Dubai with the Billionaire Realtors Group, and it was a success. And a lot have been calling in and asking, when is the next destination? Where are we going next? When is the next conference coming up? People are now looking forward to be part of the BROG conference that will be holding outside the country second half of this year.
That brings me back to the Billionaire Realtors Group, which happens to be the largest brokerage firm in Africa. You are the founder of Larry's Home. You are also a co-founder of the Billionaire Realtors Group, and also a co-founder with the Tributary to Real Estate. How have you been able to manage multiple businesses?
Thank you for that question. I will relate that to our background, where we actually came from, because me, myself, and my other partners, Dr. Tony and Mr. Benga Adeleke, we all grew up in the city of Ajegunle here in Lagos State, and everyone knows that Ajegunle is a slum, is a ghetto. So survivor, it's always survival of the fittest, and coming from that into the business world, it has always been survivor, how to do one or two, three businesses together to always stay on top. So when real estate came in, I started with Larry's NG Homes, using that as my realtors company for sales, partnering with different developers to sell their properties and getting commission, before we now come together to form the Billionaire Realtors Group, which we have today, which is the largest real estate network in Africa. And very soon we hope to be the largest and the biggest in the world. And with success we recorded in BRG, we also thought of coming up with our own development company, which is Tributary Real Estate. And so far so good. We are been able to achieve some projects since we started the development phase. And we have some couple of projects that we've done. Ambience side is coming, pre-resident, and some other. So it has always been from the background, survival of the fittest. So that background has been able to shape us to be able to handle 2-3 business together. And we are still open to have more, because the energy is still there.
There's room for expansion.
Yeah,
right?
yes, there's room for expansion.
Honestly, I have been, to be part of the Tributary Real Estate project. The first project was in Ajiwe,
Yes.
Here we currently have the ambience that is almost 95% completed now. I have always known that the basic idea behind the development of the Tributary has been, integrity. Give investors the very best, not just preaching it, but practicalizing it. And right now, even if you go to the project, I know the remarkable job you guys have done there.
Yeah.
And the truth is, in development, due to my little knowledge, I've come to understand that everything is not usually smooth. There must be challenges here and there. So instead of us, it should not be wise for us to just paint the beautiful side of development to viewers without telling them the challenges you have been. There are challenges that comes along with development. Can you tell the viewers what the challenges are when it comes to development, and maybe regarding all the projects you have been able to so far?
As a brand, Tributary Real Estate, our core value is integrity. We pride ourselves to be the developer that you can always trust to deliver all the time. And when we are starting the Ambience project, we look at what is happening in the industry. A lot of developers not fulfilling their part of staying honest to subscribers, to investors. But when we wanted to come on board, basically because of our background from the marketing, we understand things that have been happening, and we say, okay, at least there should be someone to prove a point that deliverability of project is not rocket science, and we make sure that we were able to achieve that with our first development project, which is the ambience, to make sure that we stick to time. And we agree with me that currently, as we are speaking, we are at 95% stage of completing that project. We are at the external, rounding up the external work. All the structures are currently standing, painted, screeded, plastered, internal ties and finishings has been done. So what we are left is just the external work. So we pride ourselves to be company that we always deliver, because we realize that that is one of the challenges most property buyers face in the hands of real estate developer. Also, I want to share one experience that we had in one of our projects in Abijo. Abijo, then it was when we were doing site and services, we bought a property, and along the line, the property has issues because the buyer, the person we bought from, unknowingly used the property to secure a facility from the bank, and so AMCOM has to come take over the property, and we've invested quite a huge sum of money, in over millions of naira, in that property, and we've sold to subscribers. So when we got the news that AMCOM has taken over, we make sure that, because we value our integrity so much as a company, we have to go the extra miles to make sure that we buy same property from AMCOM without telling our clients, those that are invested with us, stories.
And you didn't charge them extra?
And we don't charge them extra. We didn't charge them extra. We have to rebuy the property just to save. Yes, to save. A lot of companies, we have companies that something like this happens to. Real estate, you can't hide from things like this. Sometimes, despite the fact that you do all your due diligences, some of these things happen. Some companies, this kind of thing has happened to them, and they are no longer in the country. Some have absconded, some cannot withstand it, so they just have to run out of the country. But for us, we are here to stay, because it still takes us to the background that I say we came from. Yeah. I think we've discovered we have this thick skin, yeah, to withstand any pressure.
With the passion that you have for this business, and you put your investors at heart, it is not all about just taking their money without delivering what you promised to them. And in case anything happens along the line, you're always there to stand for them.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for that.
For the Nigerian real estate market, we are improving, we are growing, and I believe in the coming years we should be doing what the Western world is doing when it comes to real estate. Let me use Dubai, that I just came from, as an example. Dubai got independent almost the same time Nigeria got independent, but they have leaders that have visions, and that is why within that short space they've been able to transform the country. And one of the things that I admire about the real estate that they do is that, in Dubai they have a lot of high rises. Now, as an individual, you cannot own land. You can't. For my research, you can't own land that you wanted to buy land and build your house. You have to buy from a real estate developer. The government only sell lands to real estate developer to build. So, and the reason why they have to do this is to make sure that they preserve their land, and they encourage developers to build high rises. But in Nigeria here, as an individual, you can come meet the indigenous owners, or you meet the government that I want to buy 10 hectares of land. I want to build just one single house, then I have enough garden. But over there, you just have to buy from real estate developer, and when you are buying into their project. Probably they have a 3-bedroom, a 4-bedroom apartment, 1-bedroom apartment that you buy, and then with that you already own a house. The least well, if you look at the premium locations in Dubai, like where we have major businesses like downtown, Business Bay, their one bedroom is going for around 800,000 dirham, and when you do that conversion, that should be around 100 and something million in naira. So if you do the conversion dirham to naira, so if you want to buy a 2-bed, 3-bedroom, you buy from existing developer that have structures. So that's why you see that they have a lot of building with multi-stories, 40 stories, 50 stories, 30 stories, no, depending. A lot of business owners or entrepreneurs, most especially people that are just starting, they are always afraid of starting business, going into partnership. But I want to say the best way to start as an entrepreneur is always through partnership, because it gives you the opportunity to leverage on the strength of other people to grow your business. So it always gives you the opportunity to leverage on other people's strengths. You know, when you are in partnership, like for what we do doing at Tribitat, we have 3 partners. The other person's strength may be my weakness. The other person's weakness may be my strength. So, and we can always pick each other's balls at a different time. So, working together as partners give us a lot of opportunity and edge over other competitors out there, other businesses doing the same thing that we are doing, because we have 3. We are 3. The other person might be just one man running the business. You take the sole decisions, even decision that is good or bad you take. But when it comes to when you run it as a partnership business, even when I wanted to take the wrong decisions, sometimes my partner will say, no, this is not the right way to do it. Let us try this way. So you'll be able to save yourself some circumstances you wouldn't want to find yourself. In as much that each partners understand the scope of work, and you put a bit of corporate governance in place, there won't be issue, because you know that if you don't do this, this is the penalty. If you don't do this, this is the penalty. So everybody sits tight. Sometimes people say that it is money that causes issues in partnership. Sometimes it's not money, but it's the scope of work. When you are not doing what you're supposed to do, then there's issues. Then before you know it, people start relating that money has certain this and that. Even the Bible said one will chase 1,000 and 2 will chase
10,000.
So
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Emmanuel. Now we want to come back home.
okay.
We want to come back home. You might, if you succeed in business and you did not succeed in managing your home, it's a very big problem. It's a very big problem. The two must work hand in hand. The time you need to give to your home, you give to your home. The time you need to give to your business, you give to your business. How do you manage home and business at the same time?
Thank you, Mr. John. That question, well, I would say it has not been very easy, I won't lie, because but for you to be able to manage your business successfully, you have to manage your home, because if the home front is not well managed, there's no way you concentrate when it gets to business, because your home should be always at peace. Sometimes, because of we want to grow, we want to scale in life, you want to do a lot of things, you want to attend meetings, you want to do things. Sometimes the home will suffer like a little bit, because the time that you're supposed to spend with your family, you are now using it to attend meetings, or meetings that will even take you till late in the night. But if you were able to settle your home, you have understanding wife, you explain, and your wife understands the goal and the vision of your business, so that whenever some of these issues started playing out, she already have a little understanding of what you are doing, so there won't be issue. So if you are able to, our wives and children too, they deserve our attention. But sometimes work might, you have your work time, for instance, let's say 8 to 5 or 8 to 6. But when work now started entering 8 to 9, you know that maybe you are supposed to be with your family from 6 to the next morning, 6 evening to the next morning, and by 8 p.m. you are not yet at home because you have to attend meetings, you have to see that you clear your table. So if you have understanding wife and you are able to talk to them, persuade her, let her see the vision, your goals, the vision of the company, and why you have to achieve these things, then you are fine. But it's very important that the home front is well taken care of so that the business can grow and survive.
Thank you so much. And finally, we need advices. A lot of people are coming into the development business. A lot of realtors are coming into the real estate business because many people believe that is where the money is now.
Mm.
It's very lucrative. What advice? Three advice do you have for newbie realtors that are coming into the business and also the developers that are coming into the business?
Thank you for that question. I would like to quote a friend of mine here. He said, if you want to, he said it that, but I will reframe it. He said, if you want to copy a man business, you should be ready to copy the headache or the problems that come with the business. So if, yeah, it's good for everyone to grow in life. And as a matter of fact, in BRG, that is why our slogan still remains that we rise by lifting others. We rise by lifting others. We encourage people to also, we've done the retail business for some certain time and you felt this is the best time for you to take it a step higher. So we encourage people, okay, you can do it, but it also has its own challenges. It comes with a lot of challenges. You have to deal with money, you have to deal with government, you have to deal with clients, you have to deal with contractors, you have to deal with vendors, you have your timeline that you want to deliver this project XYZ numbers of months, and the vendors you are using or the contractor you are using start misbehaving. It's come with its own kind of headache sometimes. Sometimes government policy might come and we force, just like what we are facing recently right now. BM project, let me use that as an example. We started for reinforcement, we started buying at 230 per ton, but currently we are buying at 485, 495,000 naira per ton. And this is because of the increase, the fluctuation in the cost of FX and the exchange rate FX to naira, which relatively affects the cost of construction materials. Some of these policies too, they come in and they destroy business. Recently now, there's Ukraine and Russia war that is happening, and then also affecting the cost of diesel. So every businesses that leverages on diesel will also have to share from the losses that will come from. So if you are ready to do real estate business, it's lucrative because real estate itself is lucrative because it's all about investment. It's all about the real investment that when people invest in, you are sure of getting maximum returns on your investment. So as a player, as a real estate developer, also, you are helping to solve the housing deficit in Nigeria, so which is a good one. So it's good if realtors are aspiring to become real estate developer. We always encourage them. They should just be determined, remain focused, and give it all what it takes. Just be determined. This is what I want to do. This thing. You want to achieve this thing. It's achievable. Then remain focused, because when the money starts coming, remember that the money is not yours. These are investors' money. You were able to secure a parcel of land, put it into site and services plot by plot. People are paying it. As they are paying, you are supposed to develop the property. Not when money start coming in, then you start thinking, I'm buying G-Wagon, Then you remember how you want to travel, you know, start doing dorime, living this lavish life. So you need to understand that these are investors' money that you need to put back into the project, and then don't mistake cash flow as your profit. Don't mistake turnover rather as profit, because a lot of people do that mistake very well. When they started real estate, we've seen a lot of developers doing this thing. You jump into development and money start coming in. You've not even done your numbers to see what is your profit. So they mistake cash flow. The money is coming in, so they thought this is profit. So you start spending anyhow, Before you know it, when it's now time to deliver the project, then they won't be able to meet up. So you should understand that investors' money is investor money. It's until when you deliver your project and you run your numbers before you can determine that, okay, this is my profit, before you now start spending for your profit. Then you have to give it all what it takes. There will be challenges, policies from government, from a lot of challenges will come, but just be determined and remain focused and say, okay, this thing you want to do it, then be determined to pursue your goal.
Thank you so much, Dr. Emmanuel Abikoye.
Thank you, Mr.
It's
John.
my pleasure having you on my show today. Thank you for listening, and I'm sure we've been able to impart you one way or the other. You can see the dimension of the talk show today is quite different from what you used to know before. Like you can see, we are taking things a little higher. We are going all out to give you content, amazing content that will help you make the right decision. You don't need to fall prey to those charlatans out there. You don't need to get swindled of your money anymore. That is why Bino Real Estate is here for you. If you are looking for location that you can invest in to guarantee you 200% on your investment, just call the number on your screen. We'll be out there to help you out. Thank you so much. Until I come your way again, keep watching Bino Real Estate Consult. Bye for now.